Works. Live chat. All right, see if anybody shows up. Oh. Swap the camera on over. See if anybody decides to show up this early. Boop. There we go. All right. Good morning, YouTube. Let's see how many other people are as crazy as I am to be awake this early. But we're doing some runway coffee break, a little morning on a Thursday at Bigfoot. So anybody wants to join in, watch this sunrise, enjoy some of that action walking down the runway, drinking coffee. That's how we're doing it. Thanks to old Promotus, Luke Short, for hooking me up with some coffee this morning. Unfortunately, Luke's not feeling super great right now, so my benefit, and unfortunately he's not feeling great. So anyway, a little background on my night last night. So you may notice, maybe, you can kind of see the grass is silvery. That's because that's frost. It is cold out here. I don't know exactly what the temp is, but it's pretty chilly. But that sunrise is coming up, so we'll continue to do a little walk up and down the runway here, see if anybody joins in for some coffee talk. All right, so now I'm gonna walk back down the other way, and if anybody out there drinking your coffee, hoping to do some RC stuff soon, or even coming to Bigfoot, now's the time to take that swig. I know it's pretty early. This is not the normal time frame for RC people to be awake to be doing things, but you know, when you're on a little vacation here at Bigfoot and somebody gets you coffee, you get up and you start drinking it. So again, thanks to Luke for that coffee. So yeah, we got a sunrise coming in today. So my plan for today is could not get my sentinel going yesterday. Got the red blinking light of death on the ESC. So of course, what do you do when you have something like that? Well, you look on YouTube, see if there's any videos, and of course there are videos about that. Sunrise coming up here, so looking good. By the time I get down the other end of the runway, we'll flip her back around. But anyway, so I did awesome videos this morning about that, so hopefully I can get that fixed. And then from there, I brought the Night Radian, which has a broken prop, but I do have a replacement, so I got to fix that. Like I said, I brought that big old Optera 2.0 or whatever meter to fly in the demolition derby, air derby. So I got to glue that motor mount on and patch up all the huge holes and take off the landing gear that got curb stomped in that video, and basically just get that thing ready to hand launch. But if I can get that sentinel going, then I think what I'm going to do is typical Dave It Yourself style. I've got some pool noodles in the van, shocker. But anyway, I think what I'll do is I will take one of the pool noodles, cut it in half, hot glue them on top of the sentinel, make a couple of side rails, and see if that Optera will sit on that like that. And then I really just need somebody to pull the trigger on the car and then launch the Optera. So that ought to be pretty cool. So, but I got to get the Optera running, the sentinel. I got to get it running first before we can launch it. All right, so here we are at the other end of the field. Last dot, here's the grass. All right, so now we're gonna head back so you can check out that sunrise. It is super pink and orangey right now. Let's see if you can, there you go. Zoom in a little bit, gets a little bit more of that pink color going there. Still a lot more vibrant here in person, but you can kind of get an idea. It's a lot more pinkish than when you zoom out and it gets all yellow. So anyway, that's that. So I'm just doing the old coffee talk and coffee walk. I don't have a runway where I am to be able to do this, so I take full advantage while I am here doing it. So anywho, I know most RC folks are not awake at this point because I'm in Alabama, which is an hour less than when I am in Atlanta. But ready for everything, get fired up here. Like I said, today for me is a repair day. Get things ready to go. Probably try to fly the A10 after a while, but it's so cold right now. Batteries probably would not even make it the full 3 minutes if I tried to do that. So we'll probably just wait and see how the day goes. And probably get the Aero Scout up for sure too. But anyway, this is what sunrise at the Birmingham RC Air Association AMA number 100. This is a magical place. If you've never been here and get the chance to get here, you definitely should, because it's a magical place. They've done a lot of great work over here, and I'm really looking forward to trying out the car tracks and stuff that are all over there. They got the dirt track for the Senton, and they got the Rustler, and then they got the crawler area for the crawlers, obviously. But so there we go, friends. This is what a little sunrise at Birmingham looks like. Got some folks in their trailers. And my tent, I did put my tent and stuff down in the tent area, which you cannot see from here because it's kind of around the corner back there. But I do have all my planes and stuff in there. And I was able to sleep in the van last night for the first time, which is, again, not part of the reason why I bought that van. Not only to tote stuff, but to be able to sleep in it if needed. And I did sleep in it, and even though it was super cold last night, and it was pretty cold in the van, it was not as cold as if I had been sleeping on the ground in a tent. So, all right, so here we are at the other end of the field. If anybody's timing me, you can kind of get an idea how long it takes me to get down the other end of a field. So there's that sunrise coming up. We'll keep going until actual sunrise comes up, just in case somebody's super jonesing for it. All right, so we'll walk back this way, keep the sunset behind us so we can see how that thing's doing. Take another walk down the other end, and take another swiggerooski. That was a pretty high tip. You know what that means? That cup's getting empty. Gonna need to make a run, get a new load up. Let you see what everything else looks like. Facing this direction. Let's see here. Zippy zoop. As everything's starting to lighten up a little bit now. Everything's looking pretty great. So I'm looking forward to that. I did bring the EC 1500. And I did bring some of those parachute dudes. And I also brought some super bouncy balls to drop out of the EC 1500. And probably put streamer on them or something like that so they don't actually just bounce off. We can just watch them fall. But then the goal is to see if it's possible to drop them into the big circle. So closest to the yellow dot in the middle. That's the other great thing about this field, having this circle with the dot. You can do all kinds of really fun games. Probably try something with the Aero Scout later. Land the Aero Scout, no throttle, kill throttle. As soon as you land, you can only steer, and then see who can get closest to the dot. So that'll probably be something we try to work out. Got all kinds of fun stuff going. And when I do get that Optera up, I think I'm going to throw some big old black streamers on it. So it's got a very menacing look since it's already gray. It'll look like a Dementor or something like that. But anyway, I throw that up there during that battle. And then anybody wants to try to go after me, we'll see how close they get by at least getting the streamers. And then keep that thing up there, hopefully. Hopefully it'll be all right. The nose on that thing's already paper taped and hot glued to snot, so it should be fine. But whether it makes it or not. All right, so here I am at the other end. So if you happen to be timing me, there we go. Boop, boop, boop. Of course, we got some sweet Crocs on. All right, so we'll do one more walk down, and my coffee's about empty. So we'll need to run on out. I'm sure it's late enough now for places to be open. So I'll go reload the coffee and go get Luke one, and hopefully his stomach can handle it. But all right, so I'm gonna make it down to the other end of the runway here. That should be the end of my coffee, and make a run. Still got a little bit of a moon up there, so that's pretty cool. But yes, I'm gonna walk down the other end here, and then we'll call this little live stream over, because since nobody's in here, just me talking to myself, which is totally fine. Do it all the time. I'm the only one that knows me best, right? But anyway, so that's what we'll do, and then you guys will see this video later like, you mean we could have been watching Dave doing coffee talking walk? Nobody else does that. That guy must have been freezing to put out that content. He was, let me tell you. But that's how dedicated Dave is to his viewers. I'll freeze my hands off just so that you can enjoy some Alabama sunrise. All right. So as you can see, we're getting toward the end here. Getting to the end of the runway. I don't know how many trips this is for me. I made a few trips before I even got on here. But I'm officially out of coffee, so the next turn around and walk back will be to the van to get that thing going and get ready to get some more cocoa. All right, everybody. So here we are. We're coming up to the end, which means also to the end of the stream. I know nobody checked this out because it was totally unexpected. Nobody expects me to put out this kind of content this damn early. But now you know, for the next few days, this is the type of stuff you can expect. So if you want to watch me walk the runway and drink some coffee and chat it up with you, well, you know what to do. You make sure that you stick around, and we'll see you soon. Wow, I really need to do something with this hair. Have a good day. See you later. All right, there's that sunset. And we are out of here.